NYCU Sports Podcast Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Uncle Milt, and we at our 76th episode. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, Milt?
All right, everything is everything, and we back at it. We got a small show today, but a lot of stuff is happening. Some things I could talk about, some things I can't, but I'm gonna try to get it out the best way I can. You know, it was an exciting weekend. For me, it's scrimmage season. You know, if you got a youth football team in this city, in the county and state, you should be playing scrimmages or preseason game and getting ready for the season. I had the opportunity to go out and see some scrimmages. I was in Jamaica, Queens, and shout out my old team, Jamaica Bulldogs. I went to go see what they won. It was a very interesting day. I saw the Wolfpacks, BU, and there was, a lot of games happening on that day, and we're going to talk about it in a few minutes. But it was a very, very hot day, a very, very hot day. It took a lot out of Uncle Milt. I'm doing a little bit of weight loss, and I'm under my nutritionist, and I kind of overdid it that day, took a lot out of me, and I wasn't able to go to the UTL Super Bowl, which I really wanted to go on Sunday to check out my old coach Dylan, maybe bring it home, but that didn't happen. But it was just a very, very hot day. I saw some teams out there. I got to look at the 8U Bulldogs playing the Wolfpacks, and I get to look at the 9U. I looked at really pretty much everybody out there. It seems that, the Bulldogs is on their way back, building a quality organization. They got pieces, they got coaches, and I just enjoyed my day out there. Shout out to Coach Rob from the Wolfpacks. We chopped it up a little bit and talked about some things, and I just enjoyed myself out there. Scrimmage season, like I said, if you want me to show up, just let me know. I show up at the scrimmages and take a peek, show it up at the preseason games and take a peek and get ready for the main season, which is the fall season. The most important season in youth football is the fall season. And now you're playing it for real. And this was for all the marbles and everything. So I was out there and I enjoyed myself. Shout out to the next day was Sunday out of South Shore. I wasn't able to go, but I got reports in. Shout out to Coach Alif and his 6U Brooklyn Chief, the little babies. They pulled it out in a championship. Against who they play? I think they play. Who they play? I ain't got it written down, Milt. Well, somebody let me know who they play. They put it up on the screen. And in main game, and there was a lot of other games out there, a lot of things I didn't get the season thing, and I didn't get to follow them. So it was some other games out there, some D2 games and things I didn't follow. But the main two games was the championship game at the 8U division. Coach Dylan Hempstead Raiders against Queens Avengers, and Kia's Queens Avengers. And I thought I had a little wager that my old coach Dylan was going to pull it out, but it didn't happen. I mean, he really lost back. I didn't think that he would lose. It was 26-0, and I'm looking at it like, oh man, I got the call, and I'm sore from the previous from Saturday on my feet and the heat and everything, and I got the call, man. Pay up, Milt, pay up. It didn't happen, so I was like, come on, man. What happened, Dills? You didn't score nothing, man. I was like, wow, man. So I thought it was going to be a close game. Because those games like that, Kia, shout out to the Queens Avengers, 8U, she coaches close games and pull them out. But this one was a runaway. So, hey, it is what it is. But we see him in the Big Apple fall season, and we're gonna see what's up. I got him on my list the BTS list coming out. New York only on my list coming up in the next the bottom of the hour. We're gonna go through every divisions. Uncle Mill's top 12. Plus, we do a sleeper, and the sleeper means it could be any team. It could be this team could sneak up on them behind and take one of them 2 top spots out, and it's a possibility. And in this side of the season that's going on, my New Jersey picks is going to be the next week, and then we got some stuff coming up from UTL, and they fall season August 27th. So we're going to have some stuff for that, and on the next week's show. But we got the New York picks, we got them out the way, and follows, just like I said, follows UTL when I get the information. And if Metro North, when I call Nate Adams up, and I'm gonna do the same thing for them and throw my picks in them. And then following that is the upstate teams. Those are a little bit complex, because it's like 2 factors up there, but we'll get it out. And we're gonna do our preseason picks for the teams up there. Now, it doesn't mean they're gonna win. It's just Uncle Mill's prediction, that we making this pick is a 1-2. It's a 1-2 and a sleeper. Any one of those can pull out. Any one of those 3 can pull out. This is not a ranking. This is nothing. So don't get excited. Any one of those things that can pull out. And that's it. But we gonna move it right along. There's a lot of stuff happening this week. We're gonna by the way, breaking news. Shout out to Malik from the Wolf Packs. Malik from the Wolf Pack. He was just selected as the new New York director of D1 New York. Shout out to him, and we talked intensely about it. We're gonna bring that story out. As of yet, I don't know what happened to Ralph Draper, but we're gonna find that out once we talk to Malik more intense. But I called him yesterday to shout out. It came on Facebook that he got the gig, and he's gonna come out with some rankings, and it's gonna be and it's gonna be very thought through, and he got some good ideas. He was funny, but we're gonna do something with him later on down the road. When he gets his feet wet and understanding, the ins and out of having that position. But welcome and congratulations. He's the new director of D1 Nation, New York. I understand that Ralph is out. I don't know why Ralph is out. I don't know if Ralph moved on somewhere else or whatever, but we'll get that story in down the road. So congratulations to Malik from the Wolf Packs. He got he's got a lot of shoes to fill and things like that, but we just want to shout out congratulations for that. Moving on down our list. There's a lot of things happening in our list, and we want to mention that this is the first time in youth football that a team started an independent schedule. That's the Brooklyn Chiefs, and they had their first game. August this Saturday, and I'm still trying to get my feet on this independent schedule because it changes, and it's not the fault of the Brooklyn Chiefs. It's like it's a lot of cancellations. It's a lot of cancellations on teams. I don't know the situation. We're still trying to get on the bottom of it. But they supposed to play the Tenacity Trojans. That was canceled, but they picked up a game in Connecticut with the junior Canes out of New Britain. And this week I don't got the scores, but the reports like 9U won, 10U lost, and 12U lost. And we don't got the scores right now, but that's reports out of that. This is their first game, embarking on their first independent schedule. Let's support that. Let's support that. The first team in New York City, team that's going and get their own games and things like that. So we want to shout out to that, and we're going to be paying attention to that very closely next week. Just like I said, next week was on the schedule, was supposed to be Salt City, but that got canceled, and they got the Springfield Tigers from Massachusetts coming down. I don't know how many divisions, but they supposed to come down and play on Saturday. We don't got the location yet, but we hoping that they put it on Facebook and let people know where it's going to be at so we can come support. We don't know the divisions and everything, what's going on with that, but hopefully we could get that in. And we just reporting on what we know and what we looked into and make sure that the information is right. They got another open. They got another open on West Philly. Canceled on them through the monkeypox. It's a rise in the city, so they wanted to play it safe. So we don't know on the 20th of August where they're going to be at, but the information can come out. I got an idea. I'm going to start some trouble, but I got an idea. It'll be a perfect game on that day, but we're going to talk about that in the bottom of the next hour, on an open date, because the other team over there over the river, they got their own island. They ain't worrying about monkeypox neither, and they got an open date too. So we need to put that together and make that happen, org against org, and we're gonna get into that at the bottom of the next hour about that. We got telephone lines open. Anybody want to talk to anything? And you can call my number at 718-313-4826. That's 718-313-4826. Anybody got anything on their mind they want to talk about? Uncle Milt's here. We can chop it up for a minute before we get into the next topic. A UTL story that came late in. I'm going to dabble on it. I'm still doing some investigation. Smitty called me up with something. I would like to say it, but I got to get a little more information. He has to give me a little more information in writing, and then I'm gonna say whatever he say that's in writing, because Uncle Milt, I do my investigation. I told if it's two parties involved, I got to go fact check it. I got to go talk to the other person, and when I talked to the other person, I didn't like what was said. I didn't feel comfortable, so at this time I am holding the story until UTL provides me with more information about their upcoming season. Is big, and they're trying to climb back and be one of those dominant orgs in the city. And I hope that happened to them, but I wish them a whole lot of luck and things like that. But right now, I'm just gonna hold it until they provide me with some written confirmation about what he said, and if it comes out, then I'm gonna break it. Okay, so that we're gonna say, with that said, it's gonna be, with that, I'm just gonna move right along and let that go. But if anybody want to call up and talk about it, my phone lines is open. We would talk about it. But Uncle Mill is not breaking nothing right now until I get the confirmation in writing on what the deal is, and then I'm gonna say what it is. Okay. All right, or you could call up and say it on the show, and we could talk about it. But I can't break it right now. I don't feel comfortable. On the other side, it was a whole lot of this and that, and it's a city with two stories. And when you got a city with two stories, you got to get somebody to come on to say this is what it is. So that's why I'm not going to say anything until someone comes on and say, this is what it is, Milt, and blah, blah, blah. And that's all right. And he said it, and it come from me. But the story is huge, and it affects a whole lot of other things going on. And it will come out in due time, So we're going to move right along and talk about it's at Tillery Park, fun sport at Tillery Park. This is in Brooklyn, right next to the Brooklyn Bridge. It's the park between the Manhattan and Brooklyn Bridge. You're going to have some championship basketball tournament, fun sport on a level. That's the championship day on August 13th. Your guys, want to see some kids playing some real ball, you need to get down to the park. It's on Tillery Street, right? Block away from the Brooklyn Bridge or a block away from the Manhattan Bridge, right in the middle of that park, right there on Tillery. Is fun sport. He won't put out the game soon, and we will put it on Facebook on his games. But the game on the 8U division that everybody need to come out to see, and it's a championship game, and it's the two best 8Us in the city. The two best 8U the teams in the city, and one is from the Gauchos. They ranked. I forgot. Last time I looked at, they was ranked 9 in the country, and this 8U team is really for real, And they playing their nemesis. That's the 8U team, Gauchos, led by Coach Chris, and it's the championship game against Shamgard 8U, and that's gonna be some Uncle Milk gonna be in the house at 12 o'clock. That game tip-off time is right there. Those who into tournament basketball, AAU basketball on the kids or the small kids level to see some 8-year-old kids. It's gonna be championship week, period. So it's gonna be other teams out there. It's gonna have the whole day full of good games. But this particular game at the level is like the teams was missing each other, and it was a little bit, one is ducking one, and now Ricky Rivers got the game at 12 o'clock, Tillery Street, fun sport, and that, it's going to be a big game at the 8U division. These kids can ball. I know I physically saw the Gaucho team, 8U, led by Coach Chris. Those guys, those kids can ball. Those kids can ball. They say, and then they told me Shamgar will be the first time I put my eyes on them, and they say they can ball. So we're gonna see some good basketball, and then, like I said, the whole day is filled with good basketball. So y'all got nothing to do or stop what you're doing and come down and support young kids playing basketball. The tournament is fun sport. It's down on Tillery Street. It's between the Manhattan and the Brooklyn Bridge. Is the one park down there between them. And come on in and show your support. Uncle Milt be there front and center and looking at that game too, and show the kids support. The whole day is championship day, so the whole day is out there with basketball and stuff. So that's what it is. But we get ready to a minute go to a commercial break, and I'm gonna get this list up. It's gonna be a very short show, and anybody want to call in and talk about the list, but we're gonna get it up. We're gonna talk about why I decided to pick these teams. Everything is for a reason, and I'm gonna explain all my picks and everything. So we're gonna take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with the BTS, Big Tri-State preseason projections. This is a projection. We're going to explain to you what each number is and everything. It's not a ranking, so relax. Though it's not a ranking, it's a prediction on what I think is part of my Uncle Mill top 12 in youth football in New York. All right, we'll be back with a commercial break. We'll be right back.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
What's going on in sports in New York State, cities, and counties? Place your sports events and games on NY for NY Facebook group page. Advertise what's going on, what you're doing, and tell us where to go. That's NY for NY Facebook group. And remember to only post New York State events. This message is brought to you by New York for New York Youth Sports Organization.
Can you hear me? All right, we got a little technical on the audio. I must have hit something, but it's like I said, man, but we back and it's, the audio might sound a little crummy a little bit. Yeah, and what? It's still back? Yeah, I hear it too. NYCU Sports. I'm good. All right, NYCU Sports, we back. A little technical difficulty, just like I said, we are doing this remote. Joe is in one barrel, I'm in another barrel, so we doing this remote. Sometimes the internet be, acting funky sometime, but hey, it is what it is. We be back in one place soon. We working on it, and just, and it's just what it is, But with your guys' support, we should be back soon. We need a lot of support in keeping this show going. But up next, and let me explain this big tri-state preseason projections, and this preseason projection is just my picks, part of my Uncle Milt's top 12, not top 12. Each division, we're picking 2 finishes. But this year, I'm adding a sleeper. So the sleeper is first of all, it's no particular order. 1, 2, 3, whatever you're on. These are going to be the 3 teams we are looking at and we recognize it. Okay, so there's no ranking, there's no really order. We, some teams I feel strong about it, and some teams are like So, the sleeper is the one that Mike can pick up some games. They might not be ready. The kids need a little more to development to merge together. Their coaching staff needs more working together. So it could be anything to make them a sleeper. So the sleeper is anything can happen. And we starting that at the 8U division. I put it on Facebook at the 8U division, and you put it on the screen. The 8U division, we got is on the screen, Joe. All right, the 8U division, we starting off at it's no brainer. It's the best 8U in the city so far is the team out in Queens. Queens Avengers, they just won the UTL Summer League tournament. Summer League season, and they the championship of 8U and it's no question. They've been playing all spring, all summer. They ready. Let's see what happens in the fall when it's more teams is there. The second pick, I have to go with the I haven't seen them, but I have to go with Hempstead. I have to go with Hempstead because they have a real veteran coach that won championships, and he's there teaching the younger kids, and I gotta edge them in there because the coaching staff is a little better, and the kids, and so I gotta throw that in there for Hempstead. So they're in that pick, and then it's the sleeper because people been telling me about these Jets, these Harlem Jets. They did well in the UTL summer league, so they did well. So I picked them as a sleeper, and anybody got saying Uncle Milt this and this, hey, feel free to call up and tell me what you think. But so I got the Avengers, Hempstead, and Harlem as a sleeper. That means they can dethrone any one of these teams, and you know how it is, when you hungry, and if you're hungry, you coming at them. So, that's the sleeper. The next thing is non-U. The next list up is non-U. And the non-U division, we're gonna pop that up on this. Let me know when it's up, Joe. The non-U division, and then we starting off again, the Queens Avengers. And so this is really funny about the non-U because they have some issues. They have some issues about non-U. I'm hearing a lot of rumors. It's some issues on the coaching staff and things like that. So and it's no real direction right now. But I'm still picking them to come out because that 8U was so dynamic last year, and they took the Chiefs to the final moment to challenge them, and it wasn't for the running back running out on a goal line, they probably would be still playing. But I'm picking the Avengers at non-U. The Show, the second one is the Show, and so it's the Avengers in the Show coming out, and Hempstead is the sleeper. Hempstead is the sleeper, and that's it. That's it at non-U. We're gonna go over to 10U, which it gets interesting. There's not a lot of 10U teams in Big Tri-State, and this is just New York. This is New York. Next week we're gonna do New Jersey. Next week we're gonna do the New Jersey pick because they play separate and they come together in the Super Bowl to play each other, which I don't particularly like it, but hey, it's what it is. But maybe we make enough noise here at the sports show. Maybe we get Mr. Executive to throw us some crossovers and see what's up. Maybe let's see how that happens. But 10U division, we got the Saints starting off, no question. Angel team is pumping. They've been playing all spring. They've been going here and there, playing around the country. So we got them to pick. We got them pick Hempstead, and then I got a call on this one. We got Hempstead. Saints and Hempstead going might be going at it for the New York side or the north side of the Big Tri-State, and I just got this call, and I put it down because it was a good point. The Brooklyn Renegades. Now they had a tough season last year, but their non-U division was pretty. They lost some tough games, but they was pretty competitive. So we're watching out for them as a sleeper. My reports come in that they back. They got kids and they coming to challenge. It's not going to be like how it was last year. So I got the Brooklyn Renegades at the sleeper at 10U. So all my reports came in like that. So we're gonna bring up the 11U up on the screen. We're gonna put the 11U up on the screen, and we get that. They whipping butt and taking names. They whipping butt and taking names is no brainer. Is no brainer. They might come out You know, they might come out on that 11U division, and on top. And I saw when I went to Jamaica and saw the Bulldogs 11U, and I was like, okay, all right. Oh, that might be something. Okay, that might be something. I was gonna put them as a sleeper, right? I was gonna put them as a sleeper, right? But when I saw it, I kind of say, you know what? And then reports are saying that it's really, let's put it this way, because shout out to Sam Barnes. I call him the George Steinbrenner of youth sports, of youth football. He go get kids. So that 11U reports was coming out. It was a little shaky. They may have it, they may not. I'm not counting them out because we all know Sam Barnes get kids. Sam Barnes get kids, man. He got kids coming from Staten. He got kids coming from Suffolk County all the way to Staten Island to play football. And I'm like, for real? So we can't really count them out. So I like the 11U Bulldogs, but I'm peeking at that show 11U. All my reports coming in saying no, Uncle Milt, they done. I'm like, I don't know. I can't count Sam out. Them guys over there, Mike and Jay, them dudes recruit. I can't count them out, man, so let's see what happens. We're gonna take that might be a real tough division. I just, see what I see, and not, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna pull a 12U up on the screen. We're gonna pull a 12U up on the screen. I don't know what happened with my computer here. It went out, so I can't see it. We're gonna pull a 12U up. It's up. We talking about no doubts about it. All the report coming in saying the Staten Island Hurricanes got a monster. They got a monster 12U. This might be the first year they go get that chip. They go get that national championship with this team. No doubts about it. They add in some kids from here, some kids from there. And all the reports in saying no doubts about it. They 12U team is the team. Is the team. I got Hempstead second, and the reports came in. I got both of them. The Saints, I haven't seen it, but my guys telling me the Saints, and I like the Bulldogs may sneak up behind. I got them two as a sleeper. So I gotta somebody might sneak up behind and get one and see how that happened. But the show, no doubt about it. Hempstead might challenge, and then you got the Saints and Bulldogs. They're gonna challenge it out and see who's gonna come out over there. So that 12U division, it might be a runaway with the show. But let's see what happens. It might be, and it might. We're gonna see what happens. 13U division. The 13U division is crazy. It is nuts. It's crazy, man. Reports coming in. I went and put my eyes on a few of them, and the reports coming in. I saw the show 13. I was impressed a little bit. They played RNG, even though they lost, but it was a tight game. So, it's what it is. Coach Dave, shout out to Coach Dave, Hempstead 13U. I called him up. He said he got 32 kids. He got the funk out there, and I was impressed. I was impressed when I saw this Saturday. I saw the 13U Jamaica Bulldogs team. Now, this is my pick. Now, the 13U is up there, but I gotta put some asterisks by some name. I'm picking Hempstead because this is going to be a tough division. It could be any three of these teams, any three of them, right? I'm edging Hempstead because, they the team they lost to the Chiefs last year, 12U, and they ready. And even though the show was in the Super Bowl, so, these two teams, you got to figure out it's going to be something. But when I saw that Jamaica Bulldog, physically saw the kids, and they got close to 30 kids, man, and they ain't regular kids. And I'm scratching my head like, where y'all find these kids at? Where y'all find these kids at, man? These kids are huge, and they look good and look athletic. So I gotta like telling you guys, like this is might be the best competitive division in the Big Tri-State because they got good coaching on all of these teams, good coaching staff, and they got kids and they got kids. Like they it ain't no two sides of the ball. They can offense, a bunch of kids come in, defense, a bunch of kids come in. And I saw like they played in the scrimmage and it was just no hands down. They played against the Wolfpacks. They was kind of short. The Wolfpack was kind of short at 13U, so it was no, I wasn't really judging it like, like that because, they only had 13 kids. But hey, it was no hands down. This team looked dominant. I'm like, they're the sleeper. They're definitely a sleeper in the sense of the meaning because they can take out any one of these teams in any given Saturday. We got the first game coming up. The schedule, Big Apple first week schedule coming out, and they playing the first game, and that's going to be probably that should be the game of the week on the 13U division. Jamaica Bulldogs versus the Staten Island Hurricanes. That's going to be something. But we got to wait to September 10th. That's when it starts. And this is my New York picks. Anybody got a question? Call me up, 718-313-4826. 718-313-4826. Just call up, and anybody got anything to tell me about, Milt, you're wrong, you like, you dislike, and whatever. Call me up, and we can talk about it. We can talk about it, but these are my Big Tri-State preseason projections. Remember, it's no ranking. 1 and 2 don't mean anything. Sleeper, all that. Any one of these teams could come out. They have good tangibles, and they got, good, bad, and ugly. And any one of them teams can come out and make it happen. So this is going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough. 13 definitely. 12 might be just a runoff. 11 is going to be pretty much. 11 is going to be pretty much. That's going to be another runoff probably. It depends on what the show does. I don't know. Can't count Sam Barnes out. The guys get kids. So 10U. Maybe that might be a little runoff for Brooklyn Saints. Avengers, we got to see. That might be a competitive division too. At 9U, 8U, maybe Hempstead come back and get some. Maybe Hempstead come back, lick their wounds, and come back and get some payback. But that 8U team is everything. 8U team is on the money. So let's see what happens. All right, that's my picks, and that's what it is. We're gonna go to a commercial break. I'm gonna come back and talk about some other things that's on my mind. I want to talk about something I want to do on that open date, August 20th. I'm gonna come back and talk about that. And that's it. I'll be right back. Let's go to commercial break.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
What's going on in sports in New York State, cities, and counties? Place your sports events and games on NY4NY Facebook group page. Advertise what's going on, what you're doing, and tell us where to go. That's NY4NY Facebook group. And remember to only post New York State events. This message is brought to you by New York for New York Youth Sports Organization.
Yes, we back. NYC Youth Sports and Uncle Milt. Listen, man, I'm just going to put it out there. I did a list last year, the end of the season, 2021, levels of competition, right? The list is going to change dramatically this year on the first level because there's a lot of teams that's playing out of state. And I got to, teams that's competing, I got to change the list. 2 teams was on that list last year. 2 teams on that list was Brooklyn Chiefs, Staten Island Hurricanes, in New York City. It's 2022. We need to make that happen. Again, there's only one way it could be a king of New York City. 1 team only. These are the 2 teams. They got to get together and make that happen. It's an open date on August 20th. I don't want to hear it because West Philly is not coming because monkeypox. There's a team over the river. Mr. Executive, I hope you're listening to me. Hope you listen to me, Tyrone Franklin. Come on, Sam. Come on, Just. This is the time. You got to put it on for the city. We want to know what's what. It's a new season, org against org. You got an open date. Don't take no other team that's gonna say we can't come because of monkeypox. You got an open date. You can play over the river, or you can put it in Canarsie, and let's make it. Let's do something for the sport before the season. It's not gonna be time in October. It's not gonna be time in November to do it. It's not gonna get done. It's not gonna get done in the fall. There's going to be a bunch of excuses, the show, they got a national program, they got a national schedule as far as, going to the UFL in December, and you know how they get at the end of the season, they prepare for that. The Brooklyn Chiefs, they're embarking on, a lot of things is AYF. They got regionals, and they want to go to the national game as well. So it's going to be a lot of busy football in November when the AYF and them starts, and Big Apple's Big Tri-State playoffs and Super Bowl. So it's going to be a lot of things happening in November. You can't do it in November. It's not going to happen. This is the best time. You got an open date. Tyrone, let's make it happen. Sam, come on. Come on, Sam. You got to make it happen. You want that top spot. I know you was telling me you was feeling kind of way. You know, you think just left with the China and you want it back. Just come on, you got to do it. It's an open date. You know, you ain't got to worry about monkeypox with the teams in the city. August 20th. West Philly is not coming here. They're not coming because of monkeypox. They already said it. So let's make it happen. I don't want to, we got another team. No, you got a team over the river, the Hudson River. You know, they're on a little island and they talking like they the kings too. You know, and we gotta settle this. Only one way to settle it, on the field. I don't want to hear people resumes. Oh, we play this, we play that, we went here, we went there, we play this team, we got a better team. Listen, man, I don't care about none of that. New York City needs to see their best two teams go at it for the year, so we can make it clear for 2022 what it is. All right. So let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Sam, let's make that happen. Mr. Executive Tyrone Franklin, let's put that in the field. Let's get that going. Let's make that happen so we can see what's what, and everybody can go into the season looking pretty good. So you got a cancellation. I know y'all guys got a cancellation already. So, and there's no other team coming. That'd be a nice team, nice pickup game, a nice cancel game that you can, and it really be good for the org against org against org. Whatever the Brooklyn Chiefs has and whatever the Staten Island Hurricanes have. Right? It starts for the Hurricanes September 10th. The Chiefs is already in an independent schedule, but it's some cancellations, and we don't know in the future what's gonna be what. We still trying to find out some things because the first 2 games was already cancellations, man. It's not what it was on the schedule. So we don't know. We gotta start looking at that schedule and say, wow, you got the first 3 games. Y'all picked up some games on the cancellations on the 2 games you got another game this week. It's a cancellation. So you picked up another team, and we already know about West Philly. So, you got a team over the pond. Let's make it happen. People want to see it. I know the parents of the Orgs want to see it. They enjoyed itself last year in the Super Bowl. They enjoyed themselves. Let's make that happen again. We want to know before we go into the 2022 season, who is the king of the city? Who's the king of the city? Period. We want to know. So let's make that happen. We will be talking to Tyrone from Big Tri-State. About he's gonna come on when he gets his full schedule. He's gonna come on and we're gonna have a show dedicated to that, so he can explain and answer questions. Because I got a few questions, to make it perfect. Me, I like to make it perfect, but he's gonna be open to us and things. UTL coming out with their schedule, supposed to be this week. We're gonna talk about what's going on over there and they new pickups and the story that just broke. I'm just saying, right? I fact checked it. Smitty called me up with information. I appreciate it. I'd love to say it, but I called the other party, and I just gotta wait one more week. When he put out the schedule, I want to see it. And if that's the case, then we're going to talk about that at that time. But he's welcome to call up anytime and come on the show and, break it. And we could talk about that too. But that's coming up next week. Remember, guys, that Tillery Park is a big tournament out there. Go down and see the best. It's going to be, I don't know what's on the schedule. Ricky Rivers gonna let us know, and we're gonna put it on Facebook. He's gonna put it on Facebook because it's gonna be a day of all good games. But the game that I think is gonna be the hottest game is that Gauchos against Shamgar 8U division. Them kids can ball down there. They can really ball. And I saw personally the Gaucho team got about 3 ballers down there that can really go at it. And we got tape on them, and we're gonna bring Coach Chris in for an interview, and we're gonna show the tape. We got some tapes on the kids, and we're gonna show the tapes when we get Coach Chris in for an interview. He's supposed to be coming in a few weeks before, when his season is over, the tournament season over. So he's supposed to be coming in and doing the interview, which I appreciated. Appreciated Coach Chris coming in, and we're gonna bring out some film and make that happen. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the live stream that we got coming up. The live stream is very important to us. This is something that we bring in the show live to the field as a sports show. It's going to be everything. It's going to be the event or the games, scores, replays. There's going to be commentary. There's going to be play-by-play, interviews. We're doing it like a sports show. We're going to commentate the games, show it, and things like that. The order for us to make this happen, because in youth sports, the funds are very, very limited. Very, very limited. And we are diligently trying to create ad spots. We have ad spots, but we are trying to sell a lot of ad spots so we can finance us live streaming games, so or events. We just show up. We're not really going to put any price on a person who's promoting it or whatever, but we are self-contained, independent media company, and we're going to show up and we're going to do it and do it right. So we got a lot of ad spots. Call us up if you got a business that's dealing with kids. You got a business that's promoting anything for youth sports or sports period. If you anything with sports related, far as kids and apparel, and just call us up and donate an ad spot to us. Donate an ad spot to us, because we're going to be able to go around the city and put your product out there direct to the people. Direct to the people. We got on-screen banners, start at $10. We got voice ads from 30 to 60 seconds. So that's 25, 35 a slot. We got video ads, 30 seconds to 60 seconds. And, that's 35, 50. We got a mention ad that we talk about your products as we commentating it. That's 25 for saying it on the field, because we have our PA system and things. So we'll say it out there on the field, $25, and then we got live reading for $30 to $35, depends on what you want to do. Call us up, and a lot of other things. We got ad group rates and things like that. You can pay it by 3 months, 6 months, and a year. Group ads, and then we could put it on a show. We could put it also on a field. We're gonna do 52 weeks. We're going 52 weeks in sports events, sports games. We're gonna start out with football, AAU basketball tournaments indoors, flag football outdoors, back to street tournaments, park tournaments, neighborhood tournaments, and that's going to be our season. And we're going to keep showing up to parks that people is watching, and bring your products and services with us. So it costs very, 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 very inexpensive. It's not expensive like a donation. We are also giving you a cash contribution receipt, because we're a nonprofit 501c. We need this help. Donate your ad to us. donate. If you start with us on the ground level, we will, you grow when we grow. When we grow, we taking you everywhere. So the more people you see it on the show, in the game, in the event, the more exposure you guys can get, and we're using the money so we can do it. We could come out and do it and expand our sports network, which is Watch the Youth. So we urge you. We got a business that's dealing with kids, dealing with sports, dealing with apparel that deals with sports. Look us up. Call me up, 718-313-4826, 718-313-4826. Please call us up and donate your ad to us. It would pay off. When the business benefits, the kids benefits, and it's more than a donation. It help us both, and we can help create the first youth sports network. The first youth sports network dedicated to youth sports around the city, the state, and the county in New York. So help us up. Anybody call us up. Anything you're selling. We got our ads ranges from $10 all the way up, and it would help, and we will give you a cash contribution receipt that you can write it off. So that would help us tremendously. I'm putting that out there, hoping people listen, because we that's gonna help us come out and do it right, and make a good production out of it, and things like that. And we can bring more people in and more young people doing some things, and we could create the first youth sports network. First youth sports network. Never have been done. We can do it, and we can do it together. I just need the ads. Just donate your ad. You got a business out there, donate your ad to us. Donate your ad. And I don't want donations. I want you to donate your ad. Buy an ad spot from us so we can give back to you. I don't want a donation. Getting a donation is like you get nothing back. No, we're giving something back, because when business benefits, the kids benefit, we all benefit. And it's more than a donation. I want to let you go. We're going to be at a short night tonight. Next week we'll be back. Hopefully you got a guest coming in, and calling us up or whatever topic. We just follow the topics of the week, the month, or whatever. We cover, what's going on in youth sports in the city. And if anybody got something they want to talk about, just hit me up, man. Email me. Hit me up on NYC Youth Broadcast Show for Facebook, or New York for New York. Put your events on there, and we'll talk about it and things of that nature. Go see down at Tillery Street, the basketball tournament on Tillery Street. Go support the kids. I don't know. We're still trying to figure out where they're going to have that Chief game, because Springfield will be in there. We still that's going to be on Facebook where it's going to be at, and come support that. What else happening this week? Go, let me know where them scrimmages at. So I can pop up and take a peek. I'll pop up and take a peek, man. Listen to the list. Anything anybody got to say, save it for the next week's show. And we be back on the air 8:00 Wednesday night. So anybody want to talk about New York, we be talking about New Jersey. We be hopefully we have that UTL season coming up schedule, and then we could talk about that. So it was a short night. I'm thanking you guys tuning in. Please come back next week. We'll be back at the same place, same time. NYC Youth Sports, and we out. Thank you for showing up. God bless.
your day.